Gonna mute that. Hopefully I'm still on YouTube. And we are live. Holy crap. Tweet that out real quick.
I like what you got. Good job.
Chronic for the host. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot your Shink part is just like German.
I like what you got.
There you go.
Good job.
that's the thing. Thanks for the host. My last name actually is Schenkel, and that is German. It's a German heritage name. So, like, that's... And what's crazy? That name, I had some people look it up, that it actually means ham. My last name means ham in German.
Yes.
I don't know what
So
that does with
you're
my
doing-
self-esteem, but now I'm a ham. So,
Yes,
so
you're
now-
a ham.
I could be worse
It's
things.
Better than being speck. One, the word just doesn't say.
What does speck mean?
It's actually bacon. It tastes much better than just ham.
Okay.
But you know, bacon. Everybody loves bacon. It's bacon. They love the word bacon. Just say bacon, you'll be drooling. But speck.
So, Shank, now anytime you actually do good at a video game, I'm just going to say you're going Shank instead of you're going ham.
Yep.
Well,
He's
lucky,
going ham.
lucky for you, I never do good in video games, so you don't have to say
True,
that.
you
So,
know.
Yeah, that's true. I did have to carry him on, PUBG.
hey, we
Man, that
got.
must have been heavy.
Oh, very heavy.
Whoa,
He's a
whoa,
big
whoa, whoa.
ham too.
It was a team effort.
he's
We
a
got
fat
that. We got that team effort chicken dinner. How dare you, sir?
Yes, I know. I got the kills. You were there for moral support.
Exactly right.
You can do it, Rail. I believe.
Yeah. So, Chronic, you see, you haven't played that much PUBG lately. Is it
Dude,
just
you need
because?
to play with us.
Yeah.
I
Seriously.
haven't played Jack Diddley in a long time.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
it's
your
just gonna get
schedule's
worse.
your schedule is pretty crazy, but like, when's the next free time you have available?
Now?
No, I said the next.
No,
free time.
literally, like now for the next 2 days.
Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow's prime time PUBG night. You know, we should make it happen.
Yo.
We'll let Rail carry both of us.
Ooh,
It's
that's the thing
but
because I'm not the only streamer in this household.
right. So
Yeah, the lady usually have this afternoons like tomorrow she will be.
So what does she generally stream? Like,
Which games? She streams from the Nintendo Switch. Like
Hmm.
for example, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. She
Right.
does stream Minecraft every now and then with her German friends. The new Uno game that they have, she does Splatoon 2.
okay.
Those kind of games. And every
Alright.
now and then she do PC games like Golf It. I think she's done it once or twice. Streamed that and Cards
Mhm.
Against Humanity.
Okay. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity is really good.
Yes, it is.
But Basically, Quiplash is essentially Cards Against Humanity. Only you get to put whatever
Only
you want.
you pay
in
for
it. What do you mean? Oh, Cards Against Humanity is free?
Yes, you have to go to the online site. It's not a game you could download.
Oh,
There's an online site that you go to that is Cards Against Humanity, and
I tell
it's
you,
free.
a game that you'd like to play, I would assume, is one we've got. It's called Super Fight, and
Super.
yeah, it's very similar to Cards Against Humanity, but you have to. They give you cards of however many decks you decide to buy.
Yes. And you have to choose what it is,
Yeah.
and people
You
on,
can be like-
on your stream
Mhm.
have to choose who wins, who's better.
Yeah,
Yes.
They-
Yes.
They
I
get to
do
pick,
wanna
and we also get to pick as well. So it's
Yeah.
so like you could be Darth Vader that can fly, but's a baby. You know, like it's something like that. And I'm
Yes.
like, well, Darth Vader's a baby. He's probably not going to be choking too many people. You know, so
Yeah, but there was one that I thought was funny. I watched these group of people, Vanos Gaming and his crew members.
yeah.
They played it, and there was one that was just funny. He automatically won, but he chose Jesus Christ, nailed on the cross,
That was it.
and the third power was that he could fly.
Wow.
But the funny thing is, he had the cards Jesus Christ and nailed on the cross. Two different cards right there.
Still wouldn't have picked it, but you know that's just me.
Yeah. it was funny. That's why people picked it, because what is the chances to get both of those cards
Right.
on the first play?
Right. So let's just jump right into it. Unless do you want to do PUBG talk or do you want to do villain talk? What would you rather do? You guys
Flip a coin.
trying to
And it doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna be.
All right. I'll throw it in initiative. Let's start with the villains.
Cool.
Let's do the villains.
All right, let's do yours first then. Do yours.
All right. Or just do one at a time. I choose my first one. You choose your first one. He
Okay.
chooses his first one.
I
It's
like
fine,
that. I like that. Because
All right,
if we
one-
choose
Particular order
if
here,
we
so-
choose the same one, then we all have to say the same one at the same time. So, well, not the same
Which I
time,
already-
but like right after another. Go ahead.
Which I already know you have this, Shank. We
Right.
talked about it a little bit.
Yes.
But Joffrey Lannister from Game of Thrones.
100%.
He is one of the biggest, best, top 1% of my favorite villains of all time, because he played it so good that, yeah, he was.
people in
It's no words.
people in real life right now still hate him currently because of such a good job of acting the villain he did. He did so
Yes.
good. People hate him.
Yes,
And-
and there was
and-
parties busting around everywhere when he died,
Yeah.
which was funny.
If I was him, I would just randomly show up at people's parties, like Hollywood parties or whatever, just so he can get I don't know if would he be welcome at these locations or not, or just it has to be welcome, right?
No, he would, because he played. He was so evil, and everybody hated him that he became one of the greatest actors of that year. Is
Yeah.
because of that.
He did such
I mean,
a good job.
of course, they will let him into parties and stuff like that, because he is a great actor.
He is. So that's also mine as well. I agree with everything he just said. Krennic, give us one of yours.
All right, I'll go
Whoa.
with Joker. What?
Go ahead. I think I may have just got rated. Unless this is I don't know what it is. But go ahead.
Yeah, you got rated.
Did I really? Well, the pop-up
Yeah.
didn't show up. So that's why I was like,
Hmm.
that's weird. Maybe it's
it a
late.
second.
It's probably just late. Anyway,
Probably.
I get bored too often. Thanks for that raid. I appreciate it. All right, Chronic, go ahead.
I've got to go with Joker for one of mine.
Joker.
I
yes,
agree with
yeah.
you. That's actually one of mine. But which Joker? I might add.
I have the same.
Uh,
We're definitely gonna pick the
I
same
got
Joker.
2 Jokers in the list.
We'll have to pick the same Joker, 100%.
I'll still have to go with Heath Ledger.
There it is.
That
That's
is one
mine.
of them, yes. And the second one is Cesar Romero from the 1966 Joker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no. I thought you're not old enough to know that shit.
I've seen it.
I've watched movies.
I'm talking.
He
Ray, I'll make
played
you
good.
fun
I
of him.
mean, compared to the Joker of his time
younger.
and the ones before that, it was good. He was
Yeah.
different. But Heath Ledger is the 100% best Joker.
That was so good, so good. Like him walking away from the hospital exploding scene, like that wasn't.
That was just beautiful.
Yeah,
It was just beautiful.
it was so good. It was so freaking good. And I think some of that wasn't exactly scripted properly. A little bit was improv while he was doing it. Like something with the batteries, like that was him doing his thing. If I remember, like the director, a commentary explaining that, right? Like that wasn't completely explained. So yeah, so that one's also mine. So you guys got 2 of them so far.
Yep.
I guess I'll go next.
right.
Loki. 100%
Loki.
love me some Loki, and that's from
He
the
was
mo-
gonna be on
newer-
the list, but he's not.
The movie Lokis,
Movie
the newer
Loki.
ones, the older ones, or the comics or the cartoons?
the movie Loki.
The movie, okay,
Yeah.
good.
All the Marvel Lokis, amazing,
Yes.
so good, and it like.
I
Did you-
actually wanted to put that on my list.
Did you watch him at Comic-Con? Like he showed up at Comic-Con. Loki did as Loki. I don't remember his actual name, but yeah,
nice.
he showed up on stage and he got with like everyone in the people who were running it, and he got him to turn down all the lights. Turn down all the lights. And he came out with his Loki the way he is. He couldn't see anything, and he comes out, I burdened with great purpose, in his Loki voice and everything. And all of a sudden lights come on and he's there, and everyone cowers in fear. They're like, ah! They freaking, like, everyone dove off the stage. They were freaking scared out of their mind. He stayed in character the entire time, and
That is nice.
it's so good. It's on YouTube. Go watch it sometime. It's worth
I will.
5 minutes of your time. It's amazing. But yeah, Loki just nails it. Even in Thor Ragnarok, he did a great job as well. So, what's up, Eagle? Thanks for stopping by. So that's 3 of mine so far. Joffrey, Chronic with the cheer. Thank you, sir. Joffrey, Joker, Loki. Those are my 3 of mine so far. Go ahead, go next. Rail, go ahead.
All right. One we also talked about earlier. We had a discussion on really who it is
Yeah.
beyond here, but it's I would say from brain fart. Negan.
Yeah.
Negan.
He almost made my list. Like, if I added
He-
one more spot, he did. Oh. Negan
He
from The Walking Dead.
tore Daryl Dixon out. He tore him down.
He's the
so
only one to.
bad.
He's the only
Only
dude
person.
to get Daryl naked on the show so far. So you got to give
Not
it up.
only
to him.
naked, but to the point that Daryl wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, he hates that song. They did an interview where he talked about like
Yeah.
that the easy street, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I fucking hate that song.
But on the show, he was the only person that broke Daryl. Nobody else could. He was the only person.
but Daryl-
And not just Daryl, but everybody else from that crew.
But Daryl's not
No.
100% broken. He was broken, but not like
He was
completely. He was able to be pulled back from the edge. You know what I mean?
Yes, with help. He was able to be pulled back.
Chronic doesn't watch The Walking Dead.
That's why he's so.
actually, I did watch The Walking Dead, and then I ended up getting behind. I think because of, I want to say it was because I went on one of my deployments, and I got way behind, and I just never took time
Sure.
to catch up again.
Okay.
Last thing I remember is the governor.
Yeah.
Also-
Okay. Negan is after the
Yeah.
governor.
Yeah.
Keep watching it. Trust. Then you'll see what we're talking about. Keep watching it.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Shink
Like
shared the Easy Street song.
I did.
Yeah.
Easy Street.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But Shing said he would have put the governor as one of the top 5, but you have to look at it this way: governor only controlled one area.
Yeah, like the more
Negan?
after you talked about it, I agree
Sure.
with you. Negan is more charismatic. He's more of a villain. The governor's definitely a villain. I mean,
He was.
spoiler
He
alert:
was-
he keeps zombie heads in jars in his house because reasons. That was never really explained why he did that. Maybe they were his
I think
conquered
there's,
people
I
he
think there's a
conquered.
cartoon to explain it.
Okay,
Wasn't it for experimentation for his daughter?
no.
No.
Wait.
he's-
No, that doesn't sound right. I don't think
Because
so.
he had a quote unquote scientist in there
He did, yes.
trying to find
Yes,
a way to bring him
but the
back.
scientists did not know about the heads. This
Z-
was
Oh,
It's completely
Personal
separate.
kills.
Yeah. I think those were like trophies of his, like
Yeah.
people he killed, and he kept them as trophy heads.
he probably knew who they were.
I would say so, because he would look at him. He would sit there and drink his whatever whiskey or whatever. He'd just sit there and look at him, and that's all he would do. That's as they were being zombies in heads in little jars, well, big jars, I
Yeah.
guess. But all right, Chronic, what's your next one?
Oh,
Here we go.
Rail, should I go with the DBZ one and see if
Go
we can
ahead,
match?
go ahead. That's
Alright.
gonna take out my 4th one.
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
first of all,
Yeah.
I got 4 of them.
explain the genre. Explain what it is, because I know nothing hardly about
I'll let you
anime.
explain it
So
since you're bringing it up.
go ahead.
You entirely don't remember me telling you about Dragon Ball at all, do you, Deshank?
100% did not remember that at all. I know you did,
Probably another
but I
drunk
was
moment.
not paying attention because I don't care about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and I tried to. You said the reason you don't watch anime is because you just don't like understand them in a way. I guess kind of.
I maybe that could be one reason. I just don't.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
God, how can I make this quick? Dragon Ball is a series that's based on races that can use their ki or their internal energies as fighting power. There's also transformations involved depending on the race, like the Saiyans, which would be your main character, Goku.
Okay.
Who was not technically meant to be the main character, but he became the main character, or he stayed the main character.
Yeah.
They can use their energy in such ways as creating beam blasts, things like that, out of what we would think of thin air. It comes out of their hands, their feet.
Thanks, Eagle, for that cheer. Good.
Throughout the series, there's a continuing evolution of villains.
So they're using
to continue challenging the hero.
They're using their chi, and that chi is
generates energy to use as weapons. Like, for example, Goku's signature move, the Kamehameha.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is a gigantic beam of light that destroys nearly anything in its path.
Okay.
Except for a certain person.
Unless they are powerful enough to stop it.
Okay.
Yes. Which there's like barely any of them, but the 4 people I've picked, they all can't survive it.
So what villain, now that you've explained Dragon Ball, what villain and what powers do they have?
Extremely lightly, but my villain is going to be Cell.
And what powers do they have?
A lot of... Here, let me preface this for anybody that might actually know the damn show.
Spoiler!
As a lot of people might pick Frieza, because that's where the series was supposed to end originally, Frieza. I choose Cell. I think Cell was a better villain overall because he was very intellectual.
Okay.
And he basically does not care about life. He doesn't care that it's being destroyed. He doesn't care that it's being saved. Life has no meaning to him whatsoever. The only reason he kills people is to prove himself as the strongest that's out there. He goes through an evolutionary cycle where he's normal, weird bug-looking Cell, and then he becomes semi-perfect. I know, controversial term, whatever. And then finally he becomes perfect Cell, into which, when he becomes perfect, he thinks that there's no chance that anybody can stand against him, which obviously that turns out to not be true. Yes. Cell has the same basic abilities, mainly because he's infused with the blood of a lot of people, to include the main character of Goku and Gohan. And
infused, does that mean he injects himself with the blood, or does he drink the blood?
He is a man-made creation created by Dr. Zero, who I don't even know. There's so many people that their DNA was taken into him. He has some of their memories. He knows their skills because that's how he was built. To progress himself, he absorbs the other android, because Cell is, think he's technically an android, or as they say in the show, he's an android. I never quite figured that one out.
He's not necessarily an android, but you basically say he kind of was. I mean, he had the mindset and everything as an android, but he was different, because with Cell there was like, for example, Goku tried his Kame on him, and it didn't work because in order to destroy him, you had to kill every single cell in his body. You have to basically evaporate him.
If a single cell remains, he can regenerate from it and become whole again eventually.
Wow.
Just one little blood cell and he's back.
Is that like mitosis or something?
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah.
But yeah, he's my pick from that series.
I actually agree with you. That was actually the first one I was going to choose from there, because of how powerful he was, how strong he was. Now, one of them you might not agree as a villain, because he used to be a villain, but he's not anymore. Yes, Vegeta. Vegeta back when he was a villain, he was one of the most unstoppable. Not because he's not as strong as he is now. He's much stronger than when he is.
Because he's not evil anymore. He doesn't draw off his anger as much.
Yes, but he was a destroyer of worlds.
And he was a planet buster.
Yeah.
Or he still is.
I mean, he was the 4th one down at the bottom of the list.
Nice.
And Frieza, you just mentioned earlier, he's number 3 to me. But one thing I did like that was a good villain to me was Kid Buu. Because he was just so diabolic. He was so evil.
Kid Buu was pure, unadulterated evil.
Pure.
There was nothing else in him.
Yeah, there was no
Like
love, no nothing in him. He was just 100% pure, untouched evil.
Everything was a game to him. Destruction was his game.
Yes. He was my second choice that I wanted to choose. It was either going to be Kid Buu or Cell as the main two that I wanted to choose.
Right. Okay. Well, since I know nothing about what you just said, but I'm like, okay, sure.
All right, we make this, Shink, as a deal.
What?
There's one show that I haven't seen that you told me to watch.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Yes.
How about this? I watched 2 episodes, the very first 2 episodes of that.
Yeah.
You watched the very first 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
The very first one, or is there a reboot? I want to make sure I'm doing the right one.
You can find it online.
Is it?
anywhere.
It's not on Netflix or nothing like that.
No,
Unfortunately, no.
not where I'm at in Germany. No, I'm
What
not
about-
sure because every Netflix is different in each country.
What about Amazon
I own
Prime?
7 of the series so far.
Amazon Prime, I don't know. I do not have Amazon Prime.
Well,
Actually, more than that, if you include the original Dragon Ball series
I'll
when they're all kids.
I'll search Amazon Prime, see if they have it.
Yeah.
So
Just watch the first couple of episodes of that so you can see the feel and the basis of what it is, and I'll watch the first couple of episodes of Rick and Morty.
sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, my next one.
You've made more progress than me, Rail.
My next one, I'm gonna give it up to my Portal days, and it's gonna be Gladys, because damn it, if it wasn't so great listening to her little commentary, like every time
Fucking
you're playing,
amazing.
wasn't it not the best? And they're gonna make another one, 100%. They're gonna make a Portal 3,
Yeah,
but
what, 30 years from now?
it doesn't matter. I'll still buy it whenever it comes out. I don't care
Valve
what.
is fucking scared of the number 3. I swear to God.
I think Valve, like, because when they released these, like the last 2 Portals, they've also released, not Team Fortress, it's that other one,
Half-Life?
Half-Life.
Half-Life, yeah.
They've released them at the same time. Well, they need to do away with that and just release these as separate games completely. So I assume that's what they're gonna do with this next one, but I don't know. They're
the
being
orange box.
they're super secret about it. I don't know. I just couldn't really get into the Half-Life games as much as Portal. To me, I've even made my own Portal maps. I think even Chronic, you played through one of them, didn't you?
I've played yours and you've played the one I made.
Yeah. Like I would love to get back into that at some point and make more maps. I don't know. I've been busy, and it's just when the next Portal game comes out, like the map editing potential for making maps is going to be so far advanced that I'm kind of just waiting for the next game to come out. But yeah, Gladys, amazing.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I've never played the game. I've never played Portal.
You know what?
I've never had it or owned it.
I'm-
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
a-
not a rich that played every single game.
I didn't say you'd be rich. It's like $10, dude. I'll probably end up gifting it to you after this is over. I want you to play it. It's that enjoyable. Even your girlfriend will want to play it because Portal 2
I
is
think she has.
Portal 2 is
think she
2-player.
has.
It's 2 players, so you can both play at the same time.
Yep.
But only
a
have one
co-op
PC.
campaign.
I don't know how to do 2-player on PC. I haven't done
Ex-
that. So, but you can do it on Xbox. And you can buy it for super freaking cheap right now. Like you can go to like eBay
but
and
it's
get it
just-
for $5, and it's even cheaper because your dollars go further than ours, Mr. German.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk about the Germany here in a little bit. Let's try to finish our.
Yeah, we
Sure,
still
sure,
got 3 to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
I only have one left.
I've only got one left either. So
Oh.
go with Mr. Chronic here. What you got next?
Oh, you want another anime one or my last remaining non-anime?
Let's go ahead.
That's
and,
up to you.
Let's just stick with anime. Let's go ahead and take care of him right now. So
All right, he is known as Father.
okay.
He's from the series Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
That's my girl's actually watching the movie right now.
No
No
kidding.
joke. No joke.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this series, there is a power in their realm, if you will, because at some point you learn that there's another realm, which is basically our real world, and the death of people in our world fuel transmutation in their world.
So when we die, it fuels their world?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
It fuels the power of transmutation. Certain people have the ability to do it, and most people have to draw like this thing in the sand or on wherever to do their transmutations. But it's basically you give something to the circle and you can create something of equal value. So you take a clock that somebody smashed with a hammer, you put the entire clock in the circle, you can transmute it into a brand new clock.
Okay.
The rules with it, though, there are rules. You do not attempt human or living transmutation. It is, in the show, basically a sin, and you are punished extremely severely for trying.
Okay.
And it's not an authority like a cops or anything that does it. It's the process itself. It will take your body away from you. And that's exactly what happens to the main characters, Alphonse and Elred. Alphonse has his entire body taken away, but his brother is able to bind his soul to a suit of armor, so he's literally a walking empty suit of armor.
Okay.
Because as it happened, the doors of knowledge open, and he learns everything there is to know temporarily about alchemy.
Why only temporarily?
Only while the door is open.
Well, let's fucking knock that door down so we can learn about this shit.
What they're trying to do. But anyway, father turns out to be the actual father of Edward and Alphonse. And he is he created these people. There's 7 of them. They're called the homunculi. They're based off the 7 deadly sins.
Mm-hmm.
And they are inhuman abominations created from transmutation. They're extremely powerful, but they are not real. They're not human.
Okay.
They're just a being of evil. He also aspires to create, which is the same thing Ed and Al are trying to create until they learn of what it takes to make one. It's called the Philosopher's Stone.
Sure.
The Philosopher's Stone basically negates all rules of alchemy. It makes it so that you can do living transmutations. You can create things out of nothing. But in order to do that, you have to sacrifice hundreds of thousands of lives to make one.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
It's kind of like the summoning of Cthulhu, where you have to mass human sacrifice in order to summon him.
In a way.
Yeah.
And you can think of transmutation kind of like not necessarily an evil scientist. I mean, you would probably think of them this way, but basically somebody who's fucking insane.
Sure.
Some people, there's a specific instance in the show where these alchemists work for the government.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically get research they get money to research different ways to do alchemy.
Okay.
This guy manages to make a chimera, which is a talking animal. He had successfully done it once until it died, and then Ed and Al come back to visit this guy, thinking that they're all real great friends. The guy's happy-go-lucky and all, and he's made another one.
Cool.
But he doesn't know how they've done it. Well, earlier on, the first time they'd met, they had the guy had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter always wanted to play with Ed, who was the quote-unquote Full Metal Alchemist. When they come back to visit him and they see this chimera, which is a dog, looks up at Edward and says, "Edward, will you play with me?" He sacrificed his own fucking daughter and their dog to create a talking animal. And it can't be undone.
I don't have any words.
Pretty fucked up, right?
Yeah. That sounds a lot like some Game of Thrones shit, actually. So.
And there's this guy named Scar who sees them as an abomination and puts them to rest. if you know what I mean.
Well, that's definitely a villain for sure.
Yeah.
Rail, you got one more. Go for it.
Yes. My last villain is from a TV show that I love, even the old ones, back before they rebooted it.
Which is?
But this villain was on the newer one, and his name is Master from Doctor Who. He
say the name again.
Yes. The Master.
The Master. Beta?
Yes. No.
It had to be said. Come on.
I knew it was gonna be. But he's also a Time Lord, just like the Doctor.
Nice.
Because Doctor thought throughout most of his life that he was the last Time Lord, the last person of his home planet that was able to go forwards and back in time. Forward and back in time. But the Master was one of the only ones also.
Okay.
He was the only the Doctor was the Master was the only person that the Doctor was afraid of, because he was a Time Lord.
Yeah.
And because of the Master, the war that they had that destroyed their planet was because of him. So he was powerful. He was smart as hell, and he tricked the Doctor so many times in the whole series.
Right.
He was the biggest mastermind of all villains that I could really think of. Because he didn't have to really use actions. All he had to do was use words.
Sure.
To mess with people. Kind of like Loki, you could say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he was my fifth one. And y'all really need to get caught up on it so you know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'll get right on that. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
My last one, and I think I don't know, it's probably just personal preference and just the way that the actor portrayed him, and even in the reboot, I still loved it. And that would be Magneto. I really enjoyed him. Like, he did such a good job. I can't think of his actual real name. Ian something?
Ian McKellen?
McKellen?
Some shit
Someone
like
Google that and tell us what it is. He just freaking nailed it. As far as just overall badassness, the great line. Ian McKellen, yeah. He freaking nailed Magneto. And then the reboot, the new guy,
I'd agree.
Also did such a good job.
Yeah.
Because he's so conflicted. Like, if you've seen the newest one, where they spoiler, they murder his family, and then that's when he truly becomes Magneto, when they took his family away from him. And it was in X-Men Apocalypse is when that happened. Which was a decent movie. I enjoyed it. It had its issues for sure, but my God, it's just like, in that moment, he truly became Magneto, where he yelled at the universe. He said, "Is this what you want from me? Is this what you want?" And he broke down and truly became Magneto in that moment. I was amazed. Wow. Because I would, like, if someone killed my family and killed my daughter, you guys would not see me ever again. I would do bad things. So, yeah.
Oh, I think that would happen to any man.
Yep.
Yeah. So, that's my last one. That's my 5. Who wants to go next?
Well, I think I'm the only one that has any
He's
left.
the only one that's left, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'll rapid fire this first one because you all should know who he is. Bane from Batman again.
Yes.
He's physically and intellectually challenging to Batman. Hold up. Go ahead. What? I feel like his hatred, or not necessarily his hatred, but his persona was born out of his circumstance, how he grew up and everything. And to me, it's representation of how conditions can shape somebody's mind.
I forgot that was actually one of the voices I could do. The Batman.
Oh, that's what you're
That's all you need is a cup. That's it. What's one of his favorite lines? I can't remember. Something born of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Google Bane's favorite lines.
Something about you merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it, or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
All right, I got the top 10 right here.
In quotes.
Oh,
Speak
you
of the
think
devil
darkness is
Yeah,
your
there is.
ally,
shall
but
appear.
you merely adopted the dark.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
born in it.
Shut up.
molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
Oh,
By then, it was nothing to me but blinding.
Oh, you think the darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I was
you don't
born
shut
in
up,
it,
sorry.
Yes.
molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and by then I was nothing but blinding bane. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. Those two quotes, sorry. But you get my point.
Yes.
Bane talk. What's up? Hi, Lucy. She doesn't like it when I do that voice.
And my last one, try to keep it relatively quick because it's another anime one. It's
Good.
Shishio Makoto.
Okay.
From a lesser known, well, probably lesser known now as it is older. I want to say it's in 80s. The anime is Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay.
It basically follows Himura Kenshin, who was what they called a Batosai or manslayer
Right.
in a basically a feudal war in Japan where the Meiji government was taking over. Shishio is, you have to take these with a grain of salt, just like you do a superhero movie. These things can't really happen.
Right. You don't
But-
say.
I know, but Shishio was burned almost to death in fire, and still more or less has that fire burning inside of him. So he has to keep himself cool. He always wears bandages because he's like 99% burned
Okay.
everywhere. But he is the only person. Himura Kenshin, after the war, renounces his ways as a Batosai and begins to use what he calls a reverse blade sword. So literally, the blade of the sword is on the back side of it, so that when he strikes people with it, he can still fight and defend defenseless people and things like that and stand for justice, but he doesn't kill anyone. He refuses to kill
Okay.
after the war.
Mm-hmm.
Shishio comes the absolute closest to Himura becoming a Batosai again by just unleashing his anger. Shishio wants to take over the government yet again, start another new era right after one just started. Shishio is fucked in the head. His sword is literally imbued with the fatty acids of the people that he's killed, and he uses that to set his sword on fire.
The fatty acids.
Like the fat in a human body.
Yeah. That's the
in
first
his
I've ever
sword.
heard of. Okay, so as in when he kills them with a sword, the acid
the
gets stuck,
fat-
the blood doesn't get stuck to the sword, just the acid of the
The fat
fatty.
stays in the sword.
So what if he kills someone who's not fat?
Everybody has fat in their body to some degree.
I'm joking.
His overall belief is that the weak exist only for the benefit of the strong,
Okay.
and they only exist to be used as stepping stones for the strong to get stronger.
Yeah. Skull Resident, thanks for stopping by. Skull's top, Wilson Fisk 2,
Yeah.
Skylar 3, Azula 4, Kilgrave 5, and the Joker. So he did get one of ours. I think we pretty much we picked the Joker. Keith Ledger did an amazing job. The rest of those, I'm not. Wilson Fisk? Who was that from?
Wilson Fisk.
Who is that?
I think that was from the Marvel Kingpin from
All right.
Daredevil.
Okay, Kingpin, I know who that is. Sylar? It makes me think of like the dude from Heroes, Sylar. That's probably not who it is. It could be wrong. Maybe it is. You might have to explain that one, Skull. But I think that's overall. I think that's our top 5. Which I know they're just late getting here, but we what? Sylar from Heroes. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about.
Yes, from Heroes. That was. Oh, I totally forgot about him.
And
Really,
Oh.
Resident. Come on now.
You can't be your own villain. I mean, come on.
She's all 5 of her villains.
Well, I mean, she's a girl, so maybe that's possible. You know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Shank?
I'm not gonna say anything. It's what you're assuming. You're just assuming.
Just run
Probably
out of
the
it.
smart thing to do.
Run away. Run away.
I used to date a girl. Actually, it was, I'm not gonna go in detail. But anyway, I would come home and she wouldn't be the same person she was yesterday or the day before. It sucked.
Something along the lines of bipolar or multiple
Very,
personality.
very much so. And anyway, I'm not getting into it. Let's see here.
Yep,
Skull
moving
says, Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, Daredevil, Sylar from Brain Stealing Psycho from Heroes. Yes, so that was Sylar we were talking about. Crazy
Azula from Avatar.
Avatar, dude. I only saw Avatar once. I love the movie, but I need to go back
hate
and
the
watch.
movie.
I need to go back and watch it again. Kilgrave, mind controlling asshole from Jessica Jones. I wasn't in
that was a good one.
I wasn't in the Jessica Jones. I don't know why. I liked it when they were all teamed up together as like the Defenders or something. I like that movie or that series on Netflix. And then Joker, yeah, nice one, dude. I like him, Skull. It's a good list.
Yeah, that is a good list.
Yeah.
I would disagree with Azula, but yeah, it's just because I didn't like it at all.
Wait.
You didn't like why didn't you like Avatar?
It was just not my thing. I just sat there and I tried to watch it. It's just I got bored. I actually fell asleep trying to watch it one time. I was like,
get some
it's not my
coffee and
thing.
try watching it again. Like why were you so bored? It was visually stunning. Like it's such a new concept.
It just didn't click for me. You know, I'm weird
You are definitely
with
weird.
cartoons and stuff, and especially with anime. It's hard for me to actually get into a cartoon. I'm old school. I like the old cartoons, really. I mean, like Tom and Jerry back in the day. You know,
Hell
I like
yeah.
the old Simpsons and stuff like that. You know, the newer ones I just could not get into, and
Simpsons.
the not so new.
Simpsons
I
is off
said
the
older.
charts. It's I don't know anyone my age or younger that watches The Simpsons. So, and I'm old as shit. So there you go.
Then I'm probably younger than you, and I watch Simpsons. I haven't watched any of the newer ones. I like the older ones.
Yeah, I like me some Family Guy and 100% Rick and Morty. And everyone on this that follows me know how much I love the Rick and Mortys. I think I've gotten the majority of people. There it is, straight out of Dimension C-137. Such a great shirt. I kind of want the shirt now. I really do. But like the people that have
Jealous?
people
Not
that
the James Cameron piece of shit. Yes, exactly. I didn't like the movie Skull.
the people that generally that like to follow me on Discord and also on Twitch, I got them into Rick and Morty. If they weren't already into it, now they're completely into it. I mean, before you met me, Chronic, did you watch Rick and Morty, or was it? Did I
No,
just?
never heard of it.
So I recommended it
And
to you.
the show came out well after I met you. But
Yeah.
I had never heard of it, and you mentioned it, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I was like, oh, pretty good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
You know, strangely, I think my favorite episode is the ending of the last episode of season 2, where Rick gets put in jail.
Yeah, I bought that shirt. I'm not that shirt. I bought that poster.
The poster.
Yeah,
for Rick.
I need to give that away. Like I took it
Give
down
away? Why would you-
because he's not in jail anymore. Spoiler.
True story.
So I want to like get a new poster or something. I have the space right here and I've got nothing to put there, so I need another poster.
As we're talking about shows, hang on 1 second. You guys keep talking.
Go ahead.
Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
Okay.
Isn't Gravity Falls a cartoon, like a kid's cartoon?
Yeah. Bill Cipher's a little freaking triangle. That's really basically all I know of. He's a freaking pyramid-looking thing.
A
A
pyramid.
2D pyramid-looking
So
thing.
what is he? What is his powers of villainy?
I don't know. I only know the name. I never watched it.
What you got? What is this? Oh, your Dragon Ball series. Oh my God! Look at all those.
Oh,
I'm
that's
missing
actually beautiful. That's
Season 5 of Dragon Ball, a friend has, and I'm still missing 2 seasons of DBZ.
Mm.
I mean, eBay is the thing. So.
Oh, it's on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't got them yet.
All right, what else we got? We We got PUBG talk, we got cryptocurrency, and we got voices. You know, I want people to hear your meatwad. That was really good. You know,
My
like,
meatwad.
yeah.
Well, I have to not be so loud. The lady's finally going to sleep, so I will do the meatwad,
close
but I
your
can't do
door.
anything. She's behind me.
Oh man, you need your own separate room for streaming, man. That sucks.
But if you really want to talk about Meatwad, this is the version of Meatwad that I usually like to do. It sounds better in real life than it does here with a microphone, but
It's
you
not.
make do with what you got.
It's not bad. It's not bad. What are your internet speeds in Germany? Like, what's your download, if I could ask? Like, 100 megabytes, 50 megabytes? You can go to Google, type in speed test. Problem is, when you're doing this with us here right now,
I can't do anything really.
Yeah.
But doing a speed test by Ookla, I think what it was.
Yeah.
It's just what I usually use. I just don't know, because with us, we have multiple things running at the same time. For example,
Well, then
usually when I'm
don't bother doing it right now. I was just kind of curious.
no,
like-
I can't. But I could tell you it's pretty fast, because we'll sit here, have the PC running, we'll have the Xbox One running, we'll have the Wii U running, a couple of phones, a couple of 3DSs at the same time, and I have no problems with internet.
nice.
I don't.
Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, we got one of the good internets here in Germany.
Yeah.
Which I'm
So,
glad.
speaking of which, do you have any good Germany stories, or how things are so much different over there in Germany compared to like other parts of the world? Like, what's
Well, I had a discussion in PUBG, I think yesterday. I was playing with some randoms. There was a streamer on here talking
Yeah.
about how Germany in 5 years is going to be downhill, nothing,
why
which
is that?
is total bullcrap. Because he says our government and our environment and everything like that is crap. And it is not true. We actually, compared to the U.S., and I will say this over and over again, I don't care. Compared to the U.S., our government is way better, because it actually cares about the people.
Right. Then they say they're going to be shutting
And-
down some like radioactive plants and stuff like that, and try to go mostly solar and some wind and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah,
We're-
that's
Yeah,
good. That's
and
good.
Yes, I mean we are constantly growing, and the thing is, the guy says that we're in so much debt. That is not true. Far from it. I mean, we have enough money where we actually bring in refugees and able to help and support them.
Yeah, you guys
from-
took a large amount of people from Syria, if I remember correctly.
Yes, to help them, because the people that's there just trying to live there, it's not their fault that this whole war's coming, and they're inflicted in the middle of it. We're just trying to keep them protected,
Right.
give them food, opportunity, and stuff like that. We're trying to do our best with what we have, and we've been
Mhm.
doing a lot.
Right.
I mean, the economy, the government here is at its peak, and it's only growing.
Right.
That's why one of the reasons why I love living here in Germany. Living in Germany, for example, it's illegal to not have Medicare. It is.
Okay. I
It's
mean,
illegal to not have Medicare. Everybody here that lives here has some kind of medical,
right.
where they can go to the doctors and not have to spend $5,000 to $2,000
Yeah. That's
to go see a doctor.
that's one of the things that Bernie Sanders was trying to harp on, saying that like basic healthcare should be a human right. It shouldn't be something that you have to go insanely amounts of debt just so you can live and be a normal
Yes.
person. It should be
I mean-
provided by the government as a service, because you could
Yeah.
be born with cancer and you're just kind of fucked unless you
Yes.
are in a first world country. Like, we've got children's hospitals around here that actually will completely fit the bill for that. But if you're in another country, you're just fucked, pretty
Yeah.
much.
And here's another example why we're much better than the U.S. due to how much money do you have to spend to have a child? I mean, the pregnancy just alone, when you're in the hospital giving birth in the
Quite a
U.S.
bit.
How much?
How much?
A lot.
Well, I mean, my
Yeah.
insurance covered it, so I didn't even bother to look at how much it was.
Well, you have insurance, which is a good thing, but for a normal commoner,
Between $18,000 and $27,000.
Guess how much it is here in Germany?
It's probably free.
Free.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because Germany loves their kids. Germany loves the young people. There is no price for it. Because there's
It's
no
insane.
price in life.
It's same with like Canada, for example. They've got free healthcare. I think
Yeah.
even Australia might even do some type of healthcare thing as well, where
Probably.
I don't know, but it's like we do everything backwards because they care about the money,
Yeah.
the corporations and the fucking people in charge who set these laws and set this bullshit. Even before Obamacare, before all that shit, there are too many companies out there trying to make a profit from people being sick and trying to keep people sick too. It's
There's no money.
ridiculous.
Yes.
There's no money in people being healthy here.
Yeah.
That's
And-
exactly the
and
point.
another thing, like with meds in the U.S., when you go to a doctor and he writes you a prescription, you have to pay for the meds.
I mean,
and sometimes it's not
one
cheap.
of my things about our healthcare system is our medications.
yeah,
What
Here,
costs $1,000 a pill here in the U.S., you can go to Canada and get for $10.
yeah.
and
They're-
here you get it for €5 for a big box of
Mhm.
800 milligram ibuprofen for €5.
Here, my previous job, I used to work for a pharmaceutical company doing desktop support, and I won't say the name of that job, but I was back there in the vault area, and they showed me this one single tube of cream, and it did some type of numbing agent, cost $7,000 for a frickin' tube of cream. I said, "Are
I
you
bet it-
fucking kidding me right now?"
I bet it costs about $2 to make it.
I'm sure. The
Yep.
the cost is insane. That's why things aren't going to change here in America anytime soon. Is because the amount of money being profited by these companies, they're going to lobby the fuck out of these lawmakers and these congresspeople
Yep.
to keep things the way they are. Because they're getting paid. If you're getting paid, are you going to change the system? Fuck no. You should, though, morally. But if you're getting motherfucking
Yeah.
paid, you're just be like, "Nah, I'm fine. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's on
know
fire
that-
behind me, but everything's fine."
I know someone, I'm not going to say who it is, who has and this is a thing that you guys can get. I don't know exactly how to go about it, but it's like a Canadian healthcare card for medications.
Okay.
So he can get his medications from Canada at 90% off.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, if I didn't have
Ours would-
insurance, I would look into that. But 'cause, like right now, my medications are like $10 for whatever. So it's like,
yeah, like the
eh.
co-pays and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
if-
it's super cheap because I have insurance. But if you didn't have insurance, I would definitely look into that.
No, that's the same here. Even if you don't have insurance here, it's still the same price as if you did. $5 for some pills, as long as you got a piece of paper from the doctor.
Yep.
That's it. Because we actually like to make people better instead of keeping them sick.
Well, this just got all political, all quick and stuff. So
Pretty fast. All right, next topic.
Yeah, moving on.
I mean, I could talk about politics and religion and all that shit for days. Even crypto. I could even talk about crypto for days. I'm not going to do that either because I don't think there's enough people that are into it as much as I am, and
Yeah,
I'm totally fine
I'm-
with that. I'm totally fine with that. It's if you would like to talk about it, please contact me. I'm not going to bring it up in the podcast unless people actually want to talk about it. So, what was the last thing we want to talk about?
We still got to deal with the.
PUBG. We haven't even
PUBG.
talked PUBG. All right.
I know.
So, let's do this. Rail, we're going to start with you. What are your biggest issues with PUBG right now?
All right, I'm gonna classify. I'm gonna put this into two things. All right,
Go ahead.
one, I play PUBG on PC and Xbox. Let's start off with Xbox.
Sure.
The biggest thing I'm still having a problem with, and a lot of people still having a problem with, and they said that they fixed it, but they have not, is black screen.
When
Getting black screen.
when does that happen for you, or is it
I've
because
not had that.
I haven't had that
mid
experience?
game.
I haven't had that
In
experience.
mid
yet.
game, I've hadn't had that a lot.
Would you
Today, I've played 2 games, and luckily I haven't. But normally, if I'm playing for a few hours or if I'm streaming it for a while, I will get black screen 3-4 times.
What if that is someone hacking and putting a black screen on there instead of the game actually doing? Because I
No,
have not
alright,
so
experienced.
let's-
I've not
no.
experienced that problem at all.
All right, what we call black screen is kicking us to the dashboards, going straight to the dashboard.
Okay, because that's
black
not black screen to me. Yeah, I've been kicked to dashboard. It's rare, but it does happen.
The people that I play with, they call it that. They call it black screen. I play with them a lot on the Xbox, so that's what I get. But getting kicked from to the dashboard, that was one of the biggest problems I've had. And also, on PC version, at the beginning of the games, you get a little bit of rubber banding and stuff like that before they finally fixed it.
It's a lot better now where they have everyone spawn randomly in locations on the map. Well, it's not random, but there are these spots on the map where they have everyone spawn now. So that fixed that.
Xbox is worse.
Wow.
You'll get rubber band in the middle of a game.
I don't
I've
own
heard that PUBG on Xbox is shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it for the Xbox. There's no reason to. So
I actually just got a tweet while in the middle of this saying that they're implementing the whole moving everybody to different spots to help with the loading process.
yeah, that's exactly what they did. Yeah.
And another thing, which got me killed a few times, is that things does not load up. You'll sit there, I'll land, and I have to wait outside for a while before the building actually loads up fully.
That seems to be like
I could walk through.
Are the buildings kind of like potatoey where they are not fully rendered? Okay, yeah, that's a memory issue that I was told that once I increased.
A lot of people have it.
But once I increased my memory, I didn't have that problem anymore. My RAM.
How much RAM do you run in your PC there, Rail?
No, I'm talking about Xbox right now, not RAM, not PC. This is just Xbox.
Okay.
PC, I really don't have those problems. This is just Xbox.
Okay.
Those are the biggest problems, and it's kind of tearing me away from it for right now. But I'm hoping here soon they will get an update, and if they do, that would be great. But that's the biggest problem I have for Xbox. For PC, just straight up hackers.
Yeah.
Last time I streamed in third person, every single game, no joke, every single game we've got killed by hackers.
We've had nights like that.
Single game. We played about 7 or 8 games.
So there was
Go ahead.
Then we went to first person. In every single game, we made top 5th in the team. A few second places, third places, fourth places.
Right.
Every single game.
So the hacks only apply to third person view right now?
Most of
easier.
the hacks applies on third person because some of the hacks do not work as a first person.
Interesting.
Yes. Very interesting.
There was an article that I'd read a few weeks ago probably that said that hackers will probably never go away on PUBG because I'm not being racist because it's the fucking truth. Most of the hackers are Chinese. It's just
I think I heard something about that too. But
true, but
the
they
thing
will
is-
never go away because
Because they're making money.
PUBG refuses to stop selling there because if they ban accounts, that means they have to buy another copy.
yeah, so ban another account, and
Which
guess
is
what?
more
Money,
money.
money, 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 money.
Exactly. They're making a profit from these hackers.
Yeah. And
They
here's
keep
the thing.
banning,
At least for now.
They make more money.
Well, here's the thing. It's like most hackers gravitate to what game is most popular. And if you can remember a couple years ago, DayZ was the most downloaded game on Twitch, or most played game on Twitch, and it was rampant with hackers. And now the game is pretty much dead. No one's hacking that now. So now the big game that everyone's playing, it was H1Z1 there for a while. Well, that game's kind of dead now because of PUBG.
Yeah.
And now
And they're
that is
trying to bring it back.
yeah, they're
They're trying so hard.
Yeah. PUBG, I'm sorry, H1Z1. PUBG just destroyed y'all.
Like
in the
the
whole Battle Royale bit.
it got this.
H1Z1 suddenly come out with commercials on like YouTube and everything. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? You never see a PUBG commercial anywhere.
Right.
PUBG
It's-
doesn't need commercials.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It's right now. It's the most superior battle royale game out there, and until someone can make a one that's better than that one, it's just going to dominate. And that unfortunately
With
brings
a better anti-cheat system.
yeah.
Fortnite is actually doing pretty well, and the main
It
reason
is.
because
It
they're
is.
listening.
It's still not considered the best of the Battle Royale.
yeah.
It's up there. It's a good
It's
game.
not.
I've tried it. It's not for me though.
It's
But
doing
the
well.
constant updates they're doing is
Yes.
bringing people in.
Yeah.
And another thing that also bringing them, it's free.
Yeah.
Also,
You only have to buy
agree.
in-game stuff. The game itself is free,
Right.
which
Yeah,
really
another
they
thing-
did a smart thing about that. If PUBG would have done that at first, made it free, guess what? If the game was free, since it was still in alpha phase, there'll be actually most likely less hackers because they would deal with them because they're not making profit for people downloading
True.
the game.
Yeah, that's possible. But yeah, I agree. Fortnite is definitely a contender. I've only played it a
Yes.
couple times. I might be willing to play again, but only if I play with someone who knows what the hell they're doing,
I
and can.
just downloaded a couple.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I'm such a noob when it comes to that game that I like.
Savage.
It's the building that kills.
Yeah, I
me.
guess I could play with Savage. Here's the thing,
He's
like,
trying to get me into it,
is-
and he
is-
wants.
is there a game mode where you can just sit there and practice building?
No,
Why not?
use. I don't know, and that's a good question because that would be something good
If
for
I-
people that's new to the game.
If I could
That's the-
sit
they don't have
and
it.
practice building, or I don't have to worry about shooting someone, I can focus on just building and try to build a structure, I think I
see
would
where you-
enjoy the game more.
I see
Yes.
where you're coming from there, but at the same time, since it has the same kind of mechanic PUBG does, is where you can just play a game and then boop, jump into another one. You could go into any game and go
just
gather
build.
resources and practice building.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
It
you
would have
could,
no
that's
detrimental
understandable,
effect.
but you also have to worry about somebody coming to shoot you.
right? That's their
Yeah.
that's their goal. Someone's gonna come. You're gonna be busy
Yeah.
building, and someone's gonna come by behind you and just shoot you.
Yeah.
So, I would say just have a sandbox mode where you can practice building. That's all I want with a
Yeah.
game, and then I would be probably more willing to pick it back up.
I would agree with that because I don't mind the shooting part, the killing part. That I do that a lot in PUBG, but the building mechanic is what throws me off.
I
Yeah,
watched.
I've been watching YouTubers and shit who can build super fast
Yeah.
and build like full-on structures, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, because
Yes.
once how that you put the blueprint down, it builds it in a process. Like it doesn't immediately build it; it builds
Yes.
it over time. So you can put something down, and then you can go over here and put something down, and put something over here, and it slowly build your base.
You
in-
can jump on it immediately after you lay the
exactly.
blueprint.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
It's just not at full health.
Right. So, like, I watched this guy on like it was a Twitch win or something clip where he built this.
Aculite.
I don't remember his name, but it was just a clip of him winning, and it was he built this bounce pad at the bottom, and at the top of it he built these spikes. So
Spikes, yeah.
right, so he bounced up, built a platform, and immediately put spikes underneath of it. So that way, the guy that was going to follow him up the bounce thing, and he did exactly that. The second place guy jumped on the bounce pad and hit the spikes, and the guy won the game just because he's superior at building. I'm like, that's amazing. I wish I
Oh,
had time
you
to
ran
build
into-
something like that.
The spikes are a trap mechanism. The only reason I know any of this is just from watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I know John Sandman does a few. And
A lot of
Fanime.
people hate the spikes. Like a lot of people hate the red zone, for example. What are your thoughts on the
Yeah.
red zone rail?
The red zone, I hate it and I do like it. I hate it when it kills me, but I like it when it kills other people. No, I'm just,
No, I hate it.
Um,
I think it needs to be completely removed because it's just you could be
oh,
yes, but
you're
it
talking
also
about-
adds another element to the game, though. I mean, if
You're
even
talking
yeah,
about
if there was no
bombs,
red zones, nobody's gonna die by natural causes. You know, like any kind of if you think of a real time war, don't you think there's gonna be red zones in a real time war? Bombardments of missiles and stuff like that.
No, that's
They're
fair.
trying to make it as realistic as they can.
you could be
But,
like say like you've got like 10 kills down, you're rocking your best game ever, you're driving through the red zone because you're like, you know what, it's random, it's not gonna hit me, and boom, you die to the red zone. You're
Yes, I've
fucking
died a few
pissed. You're pissed. At least I am anyway, because I'm like, I was having a damn good game, and the game itself decided to randomly kill me.
Yes,
I
that's what I don't like about the red
It's
zones.
random.
I do agree with that.
It's completely random.
but-
If it had like, I don't know, like make the red zone smaller and then like like think of it like a pepperoni pizza. Like put a circle, but only little circles within that zone. So you could like maneuver around where they're going to be if you're I don't know, in a car or something, or I don't know, just
Yeah.
do something more with the red zones. Maybe gassing instead of like, or napalm, or
Well, if he's guessing, that means you're losing health during time. So the longer you're in your red zone, no matter if you're in the house or not, you'll kind of die.
But you can heal through that if you have enough heal stuff to heal yourself.
Yeah, but that also you have to think that also gonna burn what heals you have, which makes you force you to try to kill somebody else that hopefully they have medits.
Right. So
Or hoping this village here has not been looted, so you could get meds.
trying to heal through it versus instantly dying seems a little bit better in my book. You know.
I kind of agree with that, yeah, too. But I would say make it shorter, not as long.
I mean,
No.
it's not even
Make it
20.
shorter.
It's not even 20 seconds,
like
is it?
less chances.
Actually, make it.
It's
Less
very
chances
short,
to get hit.
but
Yeah,
people still drive through it because they're not afraid of the red zone because it's so random.
I drive through it.
I drive through
I
it too.
even run through it sometimes. You know, if I get hit, I get hit. To me, it's part of the game.
That's fine, but to us, we don't play competitively. You imagine
I
someone
don't
who's
play competitive.
Thanks, Chronic. I'd say, like I said, we do not play competitive. Can you imagine
Yeah.
who's someone who does play competitive, already on the top of their game, number on the list, Shroud, playing through it, dominating, 15 kills in, drives through the red zone and dies? Is that...
But yeah, but you have to look at it. If Shroud is in your game, don't you want him to die?
That is not what I'm saying.
Come on now. If I had Shroud in my game, I want him to die in any means necessary.
Right, but you're not playing competitive.
With Doc, I'm not worried about. Shroud, I am.
Oh, you just called out the doc. Oh, no.
No, I've already killed him twice.
Woods-
But still.
Did you really? Did you screenshot it?
Yeah. Oh, I wish.
You need to screenshot the hell out of that, dude. Because that's something you need to, like... I would screenshot it, print it out, and put it on your wall. Just like, look what I have done. You know?
Yeah.
What did Skull say? I want a battle royale mode for Mario Brothers. Just 100 Marios running around killing each other with flamethrowers and star power. Fire
Flowers.
flowers.
Sounds fantastic to me.
Fireflowers.
Dude,
Yeah.
Skull
and
Muncher,
yeah.
do not forget about the feather.
the feather. Ooh, the feather.
Don't forget about the feather.
Yeah. Let's see here. Was there anything else?
The only other thing was voices, unless I missed that.
Wait, yeah, you missed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's-
already did my meat wad, but you can do yours. You can do your voices. Oh, and also about the test server from PUBG 2.
The test server. Oh yeah, you said the
I-
notes. Yeah, let's end it on that. Like the notes.
Okay.
What's the newest notes from
All
PUBG?
right, from the latest update from the test server that they have, which is the 5.0. One of them has already been implemented into the game, and that is the red zone sound. They did change the sound to. They put it out on the 6.0 for the actual game.
Okay.
Where they fixed the explosions, the sounds of the explosion becoming too loud, and
It was-
sometimes the explosions don't. When you hear the missile falling, but you don't hear the explosion. They fixed that too. That's already been implemented into the actual game itself from 6.0. So I'm not going to throw it there.
They were
what
really
they added
really
was-
loud. So yeah, I'm glad they fixed that.
Yeah. What else they added was they're trying a new anti-cheat measure on the test servers right now,
Such as.
and they did not clarify what it is.
Oh.
That's the thing. They just only said new anti-cheat measures has been added. Now, I am hoping this will fix the problems on the main game. I'm not sure, because I'm not even sure if it's going to really work. Because most people that cheat, they don't cheat on the test server.
That makes
They
sense.
do on the main game.
Right.
They need to test it out in the main game and not on the test server. So that one is kind of got me lost a little bit.
But I would say that
But they could do it like this, where they put the anti-cheat measures on the test server and cheat themselves. See if they're able to get into the game with hacks and stuff like that.
I'm sure that's a department that's also probably testing that. I mean, because like,
Yeah.
here's an example. Like, if you're a person who creates cheat software, you would also want to test that software on the test server, is what I
Yeah.
would assume. Because you would, I mean, granted they give it out for free, I'm sure, but if you want
But-
to be the
yeah.
best cheater out there, you would test it on the test server. You just wouldn't murder someone. You'd be more discreet about it, I would assume. I don't know. I'm just assuming. All right, so what else are they doing? on the test server. Anything else good?
That's actually most of what they put in the 5.0 for the test server.
Hey, Mom!
For the update number 5. The 1.0 update number 5. That's what they did, and that was on the 6th of last month. Then they implemented some of the stuff on the 20th to the actual game, and the spring crates. That's the newest stuff that came in.
1 second, 1 second. Skull, thank you for that sub, dude. You're amazing. Appreciate that so much. I think you're like my 4th sub now, so much love in the chat for the Skull Muncher. And here in a few minutes, I was gonna do probably a giveaway give away another sub, but and he may have won it, but that's okay. Is there anything else on PUBG?
Give another one away because I bought Skull that subscription just now.
You gave it to Skull. Okay,
Yeah.
that's funny. Let's see here. Let's do a raffle real quick. Anything else you guys want to say before we do it? What we'll do is go
Oh yeah,
around and
I got one more thing.
yeah, go ahead. While I'm working on this.
We need more weapons for PUBG.
Oh,
Give us some more weapons.
definitely gonna happen.
Please.
You know it is.
I mean, I know the snow map is coming. They've already made it official that they're making a snow map. Might be later on this year when it comes out. Might be in a
Right.
couple of months. They haven't said a release date.
Have they said anything about tracks in that? Because that's what I'm really curious about for the snow map, is if you'll be able to see tracks.
I don't know. They haven't said much about it. All they said is they're working on a new map. It's gonna be a snow map, but the thing is, give us even more weapons. I mean, some of the weapons that they just brought out, it's to me is crap. Like the DP-28. I don't like it.
Right.
Granted, it can be used even as a sniper, as long as you're quick on just the tap of shooting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen it done. Shroud did it, but then again, we're talking about Shroud here. He can do anything. But I've been sniped by it. I mean, it's a not bad gun, but as an auto weapon, even when you're prone down on the ground, it's hard to control.
Right. No, I haven't got it yet. Whoa.
But still, they need to add a little bit more weapons into it, and I mean some good weapons, and not just only a crate weapon. Something else that we use that is good, that could, you know, be nice to have, like a different kind of sniper that you can pick up anywhere.
I'm sure they're gonna add more to the game. That they have to. Like probably a new bullet type. I'm sure they're gonna add at least one gun of every class.
Yeah, like make another gun that takes a 300.
I want more game types too, not just like the zombies. I want like and if they do keep the zombies in the game, they need more like communication with the zombies, because I've played as a zombie and it's so difficult to try to rally the troops to every zombie, like, hey, let's go this direction and do blah blah blah, you know, like there's just no communication between zombies. They need to have some type of server-wide communication with just to put them all in a party together, for example.
Yeah, and not just only have it on special server where people that either been gifted to the server by PUBG because, you know, they're that dang on good, or if they paid for the server. I mean, have servers out for other people where a special few servers for zombies. People could click into that, try to play a zombie game, and the people that are not zombies will be randomized.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that. Give it a little bit more. Instead of just the same old battle royale and only hoping to get into a zombie game or like a shotgun only game or a sniper only game with people that own servers. Now, give us a little bit more to do.
Yeah, I think they also should add more game types. Like, I think even I talked about this with Skull Muncher like a month or two ago, saying like have the 4 main people have like proton packs or whatever you want to call them, and everyone else be ghosts, and you could go through buildings.
Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah, have it a Ghostbusters theme, but
It's
not
like Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah, but just, you know, you can't do that genre. You just have to say spectral. They're spectrals or something. So that way you can't.
Actually, you can't even say that because there's a movie called Spectral.
You can't do that? Are you serious?
That's kind of like that, yeah. That's where you had to. They had to kill basically spectrals, something they can't really see except by a certain type of iron.
Well, what would you call
or
them?
lead,
then?
I meant.
what would you?
I don't know.
What could you legally call them? Non-ghosts or something
I
else.
don't
And
know.
I think that would be fun. It would be like just to change it up, you know, like, and also widen it up to everything else, like maybe vampires or I don't know, werewolves or something that's supernatural be added to the game.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit more fun. They got to change it up a little bit to just, you know.
First, they're gonna stick with battle royale because they're milking that like hell.
Right.
But when battle royale is starting to cool down and not many people's gonna get into it, then that's when they're gonna change up. They might even go into our roleplay kind of type deals.
And say, you know,
You don't know what they're gonna do with it. I mean, having other kind of game types into the
Yeah.
game would be nice,
Well,
but they're just gonna milk the battle royale as long as they can.
Here's the thing: they're just gonna when the mods come out, when eventually people let player created mods, then they're gonna do exactly that. They're gonna change up the game completely because
Yeah.
people want to do more in the game, and right now it's strictly just battle royale and zombies.
Yes.
So
I honestly think it would be super cool if they could come up with a story mode.
oh, okay, for like a single player or do a multiplayer story mode or both.
Both,
Okay,
but
I would say,
just
yeah.
having some sort of a story mode to play through with the same map and stuff, like you have to work your way through the entire city or the entire map type thing, complete different objectives, have a storyline behind the reason why you're doing these objectives.
Yeah, basically a open world game.
have some NPCs.
any
complete-
kind
Sort of, yeah.
have some NPCs completely talking in Russian. We can't understand what they're saying in some cases. That'd be great.
I have a feeling that would take a lot of effort to create.
Right.
Which they probably won't do it like that though.
Probably not. I just think it'd be cool to see.
I would agree. That would be something different. You know, have the PUBG game, but as a open world kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
actually interesting.
Let's go ahead and finish up the raffle here real quick.
I was just gonna say, anybody who hasn't entered, go ahead and hit exclamation point raffle to get in for the.
I've already won it last week, so
Yeah.
I'm not jumping in on this one.
Fair enough. I think Shank actually bought me a subscription to himself.
No, I didn't.
At one point.
Lies.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. No, that didn't happen. That was someone else.
I'm subbed, and I definitely didn't do it myself.
All right. Let's see here. It's under giveaway, close giveaway, pick winner.
What? I didn't even get into the raffle.
I think I have to reset it every time.
Did you forget to clear it? Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Wow, it just wants me to win.
There we go.
There you go, Resident.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
I think Resident was the only person that even went into the raffle.
Yeah, it's fine.
think
Well,
so.
like a lot of people dropped off. I think the Oscars tonight, like doing a podcast on the night the Oscars is
Wait,
probably not the best of
Oscars are
ideas.
tonight?
It's happening right now. Yeah.
I don't even watch
No
Oscars.
fucking idea.
See, I don't watch it.
Nah.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, see, I don't have TV. I don't keep up to date on that shit. I had no idea the Oscars were tonight.
I
Yeah.
have a TV and I have everything to watch TV. It's just I don't. I just don't. I
have
Netflix everything.
no desire to. There's very, very few shows that I watch on TV.
Yeah.
I think Walking Dead's one of them, and then Game of Thrones, and that's about it. you
Yeah.
know? Like I have no desire.
Yes.
Do you guys watch anything else other than that?
Supernatural actually.
Okay.
Which I really like it.
I got a buddy that was into that. So
Yeah. I'm not a gigantic fan, but it's different than normal shows, and I kind of like it.
go. 1 second.
Well, that was expected. Yeah, Resident, it was.
Booyah. Should be going through.
Hey, Mom!
There it goes.
The meatloaf! We want it now!
I should probably change that at some point.
What?
When I have
There was only one person on the raffle. though.
when I have
Oh,
a sub, my sub thing right now is
Put meatloaf.
yes, it's from Wedding Crashers, Will Ferrell. I don't know why. I just found it funny and I threw it up there. So
It
probably
was funny. Yeah.
I'll probably change it at some point, but right now it works. So
Legitimately, all of my alerts are Dragon Ball related.
of course they are. Of course.
My alerts are randomized.
Yeah.
Follows.
Well,
are-
actually, it's not random. Mine are different. I've got one with wolves howling. I think when somebody follows, I got like a stampede from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Where basically all the good guys stampeding towards the orcs,
Okay.
and just stuff like that. Mine's. I need to update. I need to update it, make it look better, make it more me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do a little pimp outs real quick, and then we'll probably end the stream. So, Rail, go ahead if you would. How can people find you on the social medias?
Just look at my name.
I don't want to look at your name. I don't want to do that. That's too much
There,
work.
people, read. There's my name. Find me anywhere. Now you find me on Twitch, Twitter. Twitch, Twitter, Xbox, everything like that.
You do
Find
any,
me anywhere. I don't have,
Do you do any YouTube or anything?
Not yet. I do have a YouTube channel. I do have one,
Nice.
but I haven't started it yet. I haven't started my videos. I'm still trying to make my compilations. So, but keep watch. I will post it on Twitter
Yeah.
when I have my first video.
This
I'm hoping soon.
Just side note, this podcast, if you're not following on Twitch, this is also on my YouTube channel. It's live streaming on my YouTube channel as well. So if you ever need to go back and watch it, or you want to show it to a friend or whatever, generally it's easier to show someone a YouTube link than there's, okay, I don't want to watch a Twitch link. I don't know what twitch.tv is, blah, 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 bitch, you know. So
Yeah.
the people who don't know what Twitch is, it's usually easier to send them a YouTube link. So
Yeah, that's true. I do want to get into YouTube, so if everybody keep watching my Twitter, y'all will find out newest updates on what I'm going to be doing. Like, for example, I will be having a vote here pretty soon. I would love for all y'all to vote on it.
what's the vote
Maybe for
about?
next week. My Sunday's challenge. I will be putting a vote just before I go to bed on what challenge I'm going to do next Sunday.
I want to
Like,
see. I want to see a car victory. I want to see you only kill. How about this? Kill 5 people with a vehicle, and then you can pick up guns. How about that? You know?
that is going to be difficult.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a
Yeah.
challenge.
But I can only put in 4. Now you can put in suggestions on the comment section of the votes
Yeah.
on what else I can put on, and I will put it on there. But right now the vote will be pistols only, VSS and crossbows only,
Damn it, Skull.
which I tried this last earlier today, but I couldn't do it. I was so close. We made second. Damn it. So close. Red or Dead, which was told to me last week. It's I can either loot red buildings or dead corpses. That's it.
Okay.
And the last one was, let me see, which I'm going to make basically the same list because I didn't complete any of the challenges this week. I tried to do 2 of them.
Huh. Actually, Skull gave me a good idea for my next image for when people subscribe to my channel. I might just make me the destroying a keyboard.
Oh yeah,
Might-
SMGs only.
SMGs only. I like SMGs. They're like one of the my secondary gun for sure is if I have one, I'll pick up an SMG. So
Yes, I agree, especially the Vector. I love the Vector.
yeah, I generally if I find a Vector, I'll give it to you first because I know you fell in love with that gun. So mine
Yeah.
lately is not the UMP. It's the Uzi. The
Uzi, the micro Uzi.
The Uzi fully
Yes.
decked out Uzi
I've heard
is.
the Uzi does a lot better than the
With
Aim.
the sup- Yes.
I got like 3 kills in a row after the rest of my team died. I think it was with Rail when that happened, and
yeah,
it was.
you were with me. You were doing good. I mean, they I don't know. They might have nerfed it to be better. I don't know, but
Well,
it's been.
I had a compensator on it, and I had the stock on it, and I think that just overall helps in just accuracy. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have something else to say about that? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. No, I would agree with you. Used to been the UMP was my top favorite USMG because you could do so much with it.
Right.
And you could, you know, you could put anything on it. With Vector, you're limited.
Yes.
But when I actually tried the Vector and I actually won again with only using the Vector
Yeah.
before, because
Well, close range.
I had a crap drill.
I think isn't it the Vector have a higher velocity, bullet
No.
velocity? No, it doesn't. So the UMP has a higher.
Yes.
Okay.
But the first time I played with the Vector, I dropped near the outer edge of military base,
Okay.
and I had a Vector, Iron Scope. We had a team with us, and I sniped 2 guys from the 4 guys with iron sights that were about 200 meters away with the Vector on single. And I'm like, okay, this gun is not bad. I fully decked it, and I just... Everybody that came across, if my teammates haven't killed him, I did with the Vector, and I fell in love since then.
Vector's a good gun. There's no doubting about
It is.
that. And it's
But you have to have the extended.
You gotta have the extended. You gotta have it
Have to.
fully equipped with all the attachments. So,
Yes.
but I think that'll do it for PUBG.
Yeah.
Chronic, where can they find you? And what are you how are you streaming Doom lately? Is that what you're doing?
Right now, I'm streaming Doom until I finish the storyline, and then I'm possibly thinking about going back and doing Final Fantasy VII on PC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like me and Rail talked about before the stream, it's touted as one of the best games, storyline-wise.
I've heard that
And
too.
I have not been able to finish it. My story with that one is basically I made it to disc 2 per se. There's 3 discs for
Right.
that game in the original. And then I PCS'd, permanent change of station, to here in Nebraska. And since then I haven't had a chance to get my PlayStation out, continue the game, and even if I tried to right now, I wouldn't know where the hell that was. So I'm just gonna start fresh.
Right. Skull, I would absolutely play that game. Superhero Battle
I
Royale.
agree.
That to me sounds amazing. Someone make that. Make that a thing.
Yes.
And then, like, of course, you don't get like the best of best superheroes starting out. You have to like get a bunch of kills, and then you unlock a better superhero. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't start out as the Hulk. You got to work your way up to that.
Yeah. Start out as like Robin.
Or I was thinking worse, like Jubilee or some shit.
No, I was thinking the most worthless person that could still at least fight.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Are they gonna make a movie about Robin? I think.
I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
care. I'm never a Batman fan.
Oh wow. Wow.
I'm not a Batman fan.
So
Fight Batman.
you haven't seen the
Seriously, I am not a Batman or Superman fan. Those two I just don't like.
Fair.
Okay, that's fine. You're
And
allowed to have. I mean, like I
it was one-
actually like the latest Justice League. Have you either one of you seen it?
Mm-mm.
No, actually,
I want to
have
see it
not.
though. I want to.
I recommend to watch. It's better. Go in with decent expectations, and it
mean-
was a lot better than I thought it was. Aquaman fucking killed it. He did so
I
well.
haven't seen that either.
He is
I
badass.
I heard that Jason Momoa made Aquaman badass.
Oh, he
I
did.
heard that he just totally made him badass.
100% made me on board to watch an Aquaman movie now because his line and because people think he talks to the fish. Well, he said in the movie he doesn't talk to the fish. He talks to the water, and the water does the rest. You know, so that was just interesting to me.
Yeah, because you said Aquaman was considered a water fairy, basically. He was just a...
They made
Nobody
him
liked him.
super
Nobody.
badass. He's
Yeah.
so
Throwing Jason Momoa and making him look the way he looks. I mean,
Yeah.
all built, tatted up. I mean,
hmm Plus, he's
Yes.
like big alcoholic too. Like he takes this big old chug of whiskey and then smashes it down and then takes off and does his thing. And it's just great to watch that happen.
and I want to watch the movie because they are going to come out with Aquaman next year.
So yeah,
I want to watch.
you guys' homework is to watch Justice League, and then maybe we'll do another podcast like a week from now or 2 weeks from now or something like that, and then we can talk about it. What do you think?
I agree.
It's worth $1. Do you have Redbox in Germany? Is that a thing? Redbox?
No, we don't. We don't have Redbox. I wish we did.
Well, I mean,
love Redbox.
Do you have rental
You can't,
services?
Like, rent movies.
Can you rent
No, we don't have that here.
That sucks.
So you'd actually have to buy it off like Amazon
Hey,
Prime or
yes.
something.
Rail, there's your entrepreneurship right there. Start Redbox in Germany.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah. No, but there was one thing that I wanted to talk about. I just now remembered
Sure.
about upcoming movies
Yes.
that
Go
we
ahead.
wanted to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one I didn't want to throw it out there. I told you it's from a comic, and it's from X-Men, and he is one of my utmost favorite. I grew up with him. He is my favorite because he's so witty and funny, and he's just straight up badass.
Who?
Think of a person who carries a cane and can play with cards.
Gambit.
Yes, there's gonna be a Gambit movie coming out next
I'm gonna
year.
definitely watch that. 100%. I'm full on board with pretty much all X-Men movies because I grew up as an X-Men fanboy. I was every Saturday morning glued to the TV watching my X-Men cartoons.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Guess who's gonna be Gambit?
I literally have no idea. Please tell me.
Channing Tatum, of all things. Channing Tatum.
Did-
He's already funny. He's
Did-
already big and built. I think he would be the perfect Gambit.
I'm okay with it. I just didn't see that coming.
I didn't either. I was thinking somebody else that would probably be a little bit more scrawnier than him. But
Yeah,
Can he
well,
pull
if you
off
think
the?
of it, if you think of the movies that Channing Tatum has done, he is hilarious
He-
and very witty, and that's what Gambit is.
He needs to have a really thick bayou, outback, thick accent.
Yeah, you're thinking of the cartoons. Yeah,
He needs
yeah.
to. He better have one, otherwise I'll be pissed.
I kind of agree with that, but I can see that he could be Gambit.
He needs to have an accent. At least
Yeah.
try to be somewhat close to it, and then I'll be
Yeah.
happy. So, Skull's not an X-Men fan, probably because of Marvel or something, but I don't know.
No, I love Marvel more than anything. I
Yeah.
am a Marvel fanatic.
Have you seen Black
But-
Panther? Have you seen it?
I have not yet.
It was
I've been
good.
looking for.
It was good.
I want to see it. I really do, and I
Yeah.
know my girl definitely wants to see it. That's one of the movies going to be on the list of me to watch.
I would give it a solid B. It was good. I'd definitely
Nice.
recommend watching it.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of Marvel movies coming out this summer. There's Infinity
let's-
War is coming out. There's
Yeah. Infinity
Ant-Man.
War's coming out in March.
Yeah, Ant-Man and
Deadpool.
Wasp, Deadpool.
Deadpool 2's coming out. I want to watch that. Ant-Man. I love the first movie,
Sure.
Ant-Man.
It was good. It was really good.
I didn't think Paul Reed would play his part as
He
it.
nailed it.
Thor. Oh, there you go.
What
Thor's hammer.
is that? Is that a glowing Thor's hammer?
Yes, it is.
I like this kid already.
What?
It's meant to mount to a wall and look like there's a shatter mark in the wall.
All right. Have you seen Ragnarok yet?
Yes.
Okay. Rail, have you seen Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Okay. Spoilers in the chat. Sorry, spoiler. That hammer.
Cavill is.
That hammer doesn't exist anymore.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Holy sh.
How did you forget?
It will come back.
Holy fuck.
But here's
forgot
the
about
thing,
that.
like, if you've got a friend like, I don't know, say Doctor Strange who can control time, would it make sense to be like, "Bloop, here's your hammer? You know? Like,
Poor,
Exactly.
poor Jolner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mulger, yeah.
Mol-
Mulger. It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's either the M or the J that's silent. I can never remember which.
Yeah.
I think it's the M. I think it's Jolner.
Yeah.
Oh, he says he loves Marvel, not an X-Men fan. There are a few X-Men I like, Quicksilver, Wolverine, Storm, and that's about it.
Also, if you're a Spider-Man fan, y'all might like this, but there also is going to be a Venom movie coming out in October.
Yes, there is. I don't
That
know.
one I am iffy about because I like the older Spider-Mans, and the more they come out with, the less likely I will watch it
So,
because it's just
if they're gonna
they
do,
can't stick with the person.
if they're gonna do Venom, are they gonna do Carnage as well?
That is a good question.
I mean,
I would
they
think
kind of.
so. If they're gonna start doing the movies of the villains, they should.
Mjolnir is what he says.
Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
What's up, Duke?
Oh, yeah, I thought the M with the J
We're
was
about to
silent.
end it here in a few
Weird.
minutes, and Duke finally shows up.
Yeah.
Duke.
What up, Duke?
Duke in the house.
Nice.
By the way, Shank, do you remember? Yeah, I'm sure you do. You remember Anti, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. What's he done?
Yeah. He's actually been streaming lately. I don't know if you follow him or not.
I did not know. He should
I
come.
mean-
Tell him to come to our channels, our Discords, and pimp himself
It's-
out. Because otherwise, I'd have
it's-
no idea.
It's probably not your style to watch. He's doing speedruns of Bomberman.
Yeah, I'm not into speedruns at all. It's,
Some people are super into it, and
I-
some people
and I don't
just
understand. I
don't care.
I don't get it. It's like
I'm sort
Yeah.
of in the middle ground, to be honest.
you're like this much better at beating a game than this guy. He's also playing the
I
same
mean-
game like a couple seconds, and you've beat him
I
in
mean-
that speed, and that's
Yeah,
that's enjoyable.
but I guess at the same time, you think about it in a way. You think about it like a world record.
it was
You can
okay.
beat somebody by a tenth of a second,
World record, sure.
and you're a world record.
If you look at it from that, it's saying sure. But I also like Gunny's Book of World Records. I rarely pay attention to that either because I'm like, it's one guy's over here is like most kicks to the forehead. That's an actual thing where a guy kicks himself in the forehead the most times in 1 minute. That's literally a thing that exists, and I'm like, you're an idiot and probably giving yourself brain damage, but you're
I'll just-
without words.
One,
I'm out
two,
without
three.
fucking words. Chronic, dude, too much foot on the stream, man. You're gonna like totally turn some people on here. Could you not? Oh God,
know.
look at that! Look at that sexy foot of his.
Wiggling. Oh.
God,
Ooh.
so moist.
Oh god.
We have gone into another level.
I've been drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, blame the alcohol. Blame the
Yeah,
alcohol.
we'll probably be playing some
do.
Rocket League or PUBG later, and chronic drinking is always a good times.
I've moved on
I'm
to
not
water.
sure if
thank
I'll be
you.
able to play with y'all though. If y'all playing PUBG, it's already 4:40 in the morning for me. And
Dude, go ahead and go to
Shit.
bed. It's no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, you don't have to stay up, man. It's all good. We're like I said, I keep saying we're gonna end it, and we keep talking, but let's do this again sometime, either next Sunday or the Sunday after, whichever is good for you guys. I
Yeah.
know your guys, I know especially chronic schedule is just all over the place, so it varies. We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
guys, I think we're gonna end it there. Love everyone's for the follows, the hosts, the biddies on the titties.
Bumpers.
Love you long time, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Thanks.
see it.